professionals working for the SWAT program, we know where the gaps are, where entrepreneurs need support. So every workshop that you see on that series of workshops, we came up with based on what we know entrepreneurs in Detroit need. So I highly recommend that you attend these workshops. The information is invaluable for you, and it's free. And we're not just hiring any speakers, we're hiring the top speakers to come in and talk about those subject matters. And we're paying them. So it's not like we're asking for volunteers, we want the best people to come. So in saying that, I get to do it free, but it's okay. It's okay. But before I get going, are there any questions? Just a little synopsis of my background, because I want you to know where I come from. As a result of the work that I've done, I've gotten to know this micro-lending world very, very well, that I can write a book about it, that I can speak on it, and this is my best presentation when we talk about working with business owners and teaching them how to pursue lending. So, you ready to get going? Okay. Let's get any questions before I get started. Yes, ma'am.
When will the book be available?
As soon as my family allow me one day to finish it up. And I got 4 kids, so they're all over the place. So hopefully in the next month. That's my goal. Okay. Okay, you ready? Let's get going. So I did my bio. We're going to spend a little time talking about some of the leading micro lenders in Detroit. The cool thing is, and I talk to business owners about this all the time, we have micro lenders that are based in Detroit, micro lenders who lend in Metro Detroit, and then we have statewide micro lenders and we have national micro lenders. What we tend to do as entrepreneurs, we tend to gravitate to those that are close to us. So everybody going to the same micro lenders. But guess what? There are many, many other lenders that you potentially could apply for funding who are willing to fund your business in the city of Detroit. So I'm going to talk about some of those national, state, and regional lenders as well. Then, how to identify the right lender. Now that is, to me, the most important presentation, because I'm going to go through 11 things that you need to use to identify the right lender for you. You literally can turn those into questions that you can ask each lender, okay? And then the last thing we're going to do, I put together 4 business cases. I don't know if we're going to get through all 4 of those, but 4 businesses that I helped out in the past. I've changed the name and everything. And what I want you to do, you're going to tell me which lenders are best for them. And the reason why I go through that exercise is because you need to do it for your business. Because once we get to the business cases, you're going to understand what I mean. You're going to be able to identify which lenders are best for each of those scenarios for those entrepreneurs. Okay? Let's get going. Okay. Who has heard of Detroit Development Fund? Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the difference between a micro lender and a community lender. Anybody want to tell me what is a micro lender?
They get funds a lot less than what
Yeah, typically micro lenders are $50,000 or less. They have more flexible underwriting criteria. Usually they're originated by a nonprofit, okay? And usually they have a targeted market that they want to lend to, okay? Banks don't do micro lending. The reason they don't do micro lending because the dollar amount is too small, okay? So micro lenders are typically $50,000 or less. A lot of banks don't like to lend more than $300, $250 minimum. Some banks, the minimum is higher. So in between banks and micro lenders, I call those community lenders. Those who are willing to lend $50,000 or less, but will lend up to $150,000 or $200,000. And those are the Detroit Development Funds of the world. Okay? And there are a few other ones that so when I say community lenders, that means they can lend more than $50,000 but then less than the bank. Okay? Detroit Development Fund. Anybody remember Shore Bank Enterprise Detroit from back in the day? Okay, Shore Bank Enterprise Detroit is now Detroit Development Fund. So Detroit Development Fund has been around for years because when I was in banking, we used Shore Bank Enterprise Detroit a lot to fund a lot of development projects. Excellent lender. They have a fund called the Entrepreneurs of Color Fund. And they went a lot to business owners in the city of Detroit out of that fund. Matter of fact, I believe last year they had to ask for more money because they were doing a lot of lending. So Detroit Development Fund is one of the top community lenders in the city of Detroit. Okay? Prosper Us. Anybody familiar with Prosper Us? Okay. Prosper Us is another micro lender here. $50,000 or less. Okay? They do a phenomenal job of lending to small business owners in the city of Detroit. Now, the tricky part with Prosper Us is that they have targeted neighborhoods. So they don't lend in every neighborhood in the city of Detroit. So one of the things you have to do is go to their website and see what are their targeted neighborhoods.